What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. One thing that I teach at the very beginning of a coach's coaching journey is the art of coaching. The reality is most people that come into my program, they are subject matter experts, and they truly are experts. Experts in marketing, mindset, life coaching, fitness coaching. I've coached people that cover just about any niche imaginable. But being a subject matter expert doesn't make you a great coach. So I want to give you in this video one clear distinction that I make to all the people that come into my program, the distinction that I make about what it means to actually be a coach. Now, as a subject matter expert, you probably have a ton of information that you could throw at your clients. And many coaches think when they begin the journey that as soon as their client asks a question, they have to start spoon feeding them answers. And then what happens is the relationship becomes sort of a codependency. This person now knows anytime they trip on anything, they can just run to their coach and ask for an answer. But guess what? That person isn't a coach, they're a crutch. So I want you, when you begin your coaching journey, to change your mindset from somebody who gives information to a facilitator of transformation. And how is it that we make this switch? Well, do we give information? Yes. But the next thing that we do is we have to start asking powerful questions. Now, before I go into the powerful questions, I'm just going to paint some color on this picture for you. I remember I had a client way back when I first started, and this is when I first learned this philosophy about how to be a good coach. And I would teach them about how to write marketing copy for the content that they were posting on Facebook. And then they would write a post on Google Docs and send it to me and say, "Hey, Raph, is this good?" And I wouldn't give them an answer. I would ask them questions back. And you know what? They got really pissed off. They were like, "Hey, I hired you to be a coach and you're not even telling me if this is good or not." But here's the thing. I gave them at the time what were my 5 keys of copywriting. These were filters that they can utilize to put their content through and start to make edits based on principles that were working. So your students, think about this. When they come into your world, if you're giving them an answer every single time they have a question, what happens when you're not there anymore? What happens when the crutch isn't there? Well, what happens is they fall over. So while this client was really pissed at me in the beginning, they realized moving forward that what I was really doing was empowering them. I was teaching them how to edit their own work, how to create marketing, not just by spoon feeding the information, but by giving them the principles and then getting them to critically think. So the first step in becoming a real coach is really simple. You ask powerful questions. You deliver a lesson, yes, but as soon as somebody starts firing questions at you, guess what? Your first gut reaction is going to be to give an answer, but no. You're going to ask questions back. "Hey, Joe, based on the information that I just gave you," and by the way, that's a great question. "What do you think? How do you think this lines up with what we just went through?" And when you can get them to start thinking critically, guess what? When they're done with your program, you've truly created a transformation and somebody who can walk on their own 2 feet without you. And at the end of the day, that's what being a real coach is all about. Hope you enjoyed, my friends. See you in the next one.